Guys, we're here today with G-Sop doing a bad Dolce deck profile. So yeah, go ahead and get into it.
Alright, so it's a little bit different than most Madolche builds, but I'll just get to the point. 3 Madolche, this is pretty stable, it gets you whatever you want. But mostly you're going to get the Angelis. This is basically a +2 engine that consists of 2 Hoot Cake and 2 Missing Gelato. I don't like my theory behind the Madolches is basically like you don't want to open multiples of any of these. So I decided to only main 2 Hoot Cake and 2 Gelato. You don't want to draw any of these, period, so there's that. And then there's one Cat. It just facilitates the plays. Like Cat, everybody knows the infamous Cat Angeli play. It gets you back the Cat Angeli with like 4 other cards in the field. Since I'm only running 1 Cat, I decided to main the TG engine because you can play around Maxi a lot better. Because if they just Angeli you, like with the Werewolf Angeli play, you just summon the Angeli, and if you activate the effect, they'll chain Maxi. You can just special summon a Hoot Cake then and just stop there. Whereas when you summon the Cat, you're left with a Cat and an Angeli. So I run 3 TG Werewolf and 1 TG Striker. Werewolf just has a lot of utility here. And Striker, honestly, I use this guy to get Werewolf, usually, and he can synchro into Barkion, which it does a lot of work. And then...
So you're playing the synchro version of Madolches?
Yeah, I wouldn't say it's a synchro version, I just kind of run 1 Striker. It's my only tuner.
Alright.
Then I run Bear, because Bear's broken.
Bear's busted.
Bear's love, Bear's life. I've won games just solely because of Bear. Don't get me wrong.
It's a good card.
And then... I main 2 DD Crow. It's just the most versatile hand trap right now. There aren't many decks that some decks can play around Veiler, some decks can play around Maxi, but like every deck in some way gets hurt by DD Crow.
Yeah.
Like the only exception I can think of is like Geargia, but you can still hit the MK2.
Well, it doesn't target.
Yeah. I know, but like if like MK2 is like the only card in their hands,
oh yeah,
you just DD Crow because you know that the 1 armor was the only thing to hit.
Yeah.
So I run 3 Tinky. You can switch the Werewolf off this, and you can switch Bear, which gets you more Werewolves, so the pluses are real. I main 1 Chateau and 1 Ticket. Like I said, like you don't want to open multiples of any Madolche card except Angeli. So, yeah. I don't actually rely on these to make my pluses. And then I run 1 Book, 1 Lance. Lance is kind of a weak like trap card. I use it more for defense rather than offensive card. And so I don't see as much use as other Madolche players do. Like I know a lot of Madolche players will run 2 to 3. 1's just fine for me. And then I run, this is a little odd, I run 3 Upstart Goblin. I don't know, it just works. I don't know the way to put it. It also gives you more cards in the graveyard when you make Barkion. And then the traps. I main 3 traps done because it makes Hat player salty.
Feels.
Yeah, I made 3 Breakthrough Skill because what a lot of like fast decks will do to you is they'll try to make Felgran, Gaios, and Hat will try to Moral Tech you. You always need answers to those. That's why when I don't make Barkion ever unless I have the answer to the Moral Tech, which equals Breakthrough in the set card or in the graveyard. It just does a lot of work. I made 2 Phoenix Wings. It's almost never dead. It's really versatile, and you can also ditch the Breakthrough if you're not ditching Gelato already. Another play you can do with Phoenix Wing is that once you've gotten all your Tiara Misu targets back to your hand with Chateau, you can Phoenix one of them back, and so the next turn, Tiara will have another initial target to activate its effect again.
Okay.
And then just Warning Bottom's Compulse, or Warning Bottom's Torrential Compulse. They're just staples.
Is that it for the main?
That's it for the main deck.
Okay.
And then... So I made 4 Synchros, 1 Armades, 1 TG Wonder Magician, 1 Barkion, and 1 Goyo. This guy's awesome. This guy's actually really awesome. Because,
I don't know.
you can only make him with Striker and Werewolf, but when it's special summon, you can pop it face down. So like you can pop Floodgates like Decree. Probably it's usually just Decree because Skill Drain will stop its effect. Also, when it's destroyed, it doesn't have to be sent to the graveyard. It just has to be destroyed. You draw a card.
That's cool.
Yeah, obviously Armades, and then Barkion, you can make it Striker plus Gelato, Madolche, Angeli, and then Goyo because he's back.
Bitches.
And then for the Madolche engine, per se, the rank 3s, I mean 2 Leviers and 1 MX Saver and Invoker. You sometimes make him, but you almost always go into this guy. The rest of the rank 3s are on 1 Alucard, 1 Engineer, and 1 Acid Golem. This guy will win you games. This lets you play around skill drain too.
Yeah.
Engineer is just good stalling. Alucard's honestly, it's just a detach.
Yeah.
And then the rank 4s, obviously on the 2 Queens, it's the +4 of the deck.
Yeah, for real.
So there's that. And then Cowboy, 101, and Dweller. And I chose these 3 because Pew Pew for game is always nice. Oh, okay, sorry.
No, sorry.
The 101, it's 101 is just it's just a good wall. And then the Dweller, I try to use this in mirror matches. It's because I use a side card. I'll get to that. Alright, so the side deck. I mean, I side into 3 Max C usually, and then 1 Scarecrow. These are the only hand traps I feel like are necessary besides the DD Crows. It's usually for those decks that just like try to OTK you for game. I usually set up upstarts for these guys. It's pretty good. Even if you get 1 draw off, it's like you get Hook Gate food, so Hook Gate's live.
Yeah.
I side the second Lance for back row deck. I side 3 MST because like literally every floodgate hurts Madolche. And then Dark Hole because it's Dark Hole, and Mind Control. This steals games a lot.
Yeah,
it's pretty stupid. For the traps, 3 Blackborn of Heaven, and 2 Memory of an Adversary. This is just Gear Light Sworn. I mean, like it covers a lot. And then this thing is specifically for Hat. You can Memory and Murmelio, and then when it special summons to your side of the field, it can pop a spell trap. You can steal a hand, which is always nice. And if you steal a Moral Tech, it'll special summon to your side during your opponent's turn, so you can pop a face-up card. It's just really good against Hat. It makes him salty.
It's just kind of a glare, so they can actually.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's it.
Okay. All right. Any other tips or stuff that you want to tell them about the deck, like stuff to worry about, or bad matchups, good matchups, stuff like that?
Basically, you'll lose. Madolche has this particular variant of Madolche has a lot of problems with decks that can like very quickly establish a field. Stuff like Dragon Rulers, Light Sworn to an extent. It depends whether you go first or second.
Yeah.
Yeah, Gyugia too actually, because they main Blackhorn, so Tiara is pretty fucked.
And what decks are you like supposed to win?
Light Sworn if you go first, that's for sure. Decks that just don't have back row usually. Like, I know Dragon Rulers don't have back row, but like, I don't know. It depends. It's just whoever establishes the field first, you basically win.
Yeah.
Soul Charge reliant decks kind of fall to this because when you blast them with a Hook Cake and Gelato under Chateau, that's half their life points. They have very limited Soul Charge uses then. Other than that, the Hat matchup's actually pretty difficult because you have to grind through the hands, and then you have to break it for the Molotech. But other than that, I mean, you can sack with the traps done. But yeah, it's I don't know, it's a pretty fun deck. It's fairly consistent too, so yeah.
All right, well, thanks for doing this. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right.